We just got in ATOTO's S8 Ultra Plus, and it has so many great features, including its oversized 10.1-inch adjustable display, wireless Apple Carplay and wireless Android Auto, ATOTO 10.1 Android software, Bluetooth, USB, SIM card compatibility, and phone mirroring. There are 5 different versions of the ATOTO S8. The Ultra is their flagship version. It has everything, including their touch-free gesture commands. Let's dive into all of these features, go over some cons, and test the power output. There's quite a lot to go over, but let's start unboxing it. Inside the box is a wiring harness, 2 USB harnesses, Wi-Fi antenna, 4G antenna, GPS antenna, external microphone, front camera harness, housing brackets, hardware, trim panel, HD film cover, multiple instruction manuals and operation guides, and the double DIN Android head unit. The display comes already attached to the chassis with its adjustable mount, which allows you to alter the height, tilt, and depth of the display. Adjustments require only a screwdriver, and this can be done in minutes. This adjustable mount comes in handy in vehicles that may have protruding dashboards to help give you the best view possible of your screen. We've seen similar mounts on plenty of oversized head units, and the mount is pretty decent, but at times I was worried I was going to snap it from doing the vertical height adjustments. It just felt a little weak during this. The left side of the head unit features an SD card slot, USB port, and aux input. The bottom of the chassis features a built-in microphone and a SIM card slot. Rear connections include Wi-Fi antenna, 4G antenna, radio antenna, USB 1, front camera input, RCA preamp outputs for front, rear, and subwoofer, backup camera, RCA AV inputs, USB 2, optical SPDIF output, wiring harness for power ground and speaker, GPS antenna, external microphone input, and steering wheel control input. The display of the S8 Ultra is huge, and although ATOTO says it's 720p HD, its resolution is actually 1024 by 600. I'm not a mathematician, but that does not sound like 720 by 1280 to me. But the S8 makes up for that in vibrance, brightness, and responsiveness, and this thing is fast. One of the best capacitive touchscreens I've ever tested. And you can add the HD filter to protect your screen and prevent glare. I love the OS of this Android head unit. It's very familiar to any Android users, especially the commands on the top left for home, app organization, and back. Swiping down from the top brings up settings like connection and display, as well as notifications. To use the ATOTO S8 to its full potential, you need to connect it to a Wi-Fi source. You have multiple options here. Either use your vehicles if you have Wi-Fi, use your mobile device as a personal hotspot, or you could also get a SIM card and turn the head unit into its own source for data. Enter the connection settings of the head unit to connect Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Once connected to the internet, you can literally do anything you want. Treat it like a tablet or an iPad. Many of Google's apps are pre-downloaded like Chrome, Google Maps, and also YouTube. Surf the web for whatever you want. And YouTube works great. Check out QMV's latest videos. Plus, you can access the Google Play Store and download any app you want. Netflix, HBO Max, Instagram, whatever. Our unit featured the Unisoc 7862 ARM Cortex octa-core CPU with ARM Mali G52 MP2 GPU, advanced 12nm manufacturing process, with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. Wireless Apple Carplay and wireless Android Auto are essential in your upgrade. Both apps will also work connected to one of the USB cables. For wireless, connect to the stereo's Wi-Fi with your iPhone or Android. Once connected, enter the CarLink source to connect. But I also found them to be a little laggy in the navigation apps. Google Maps worked much faster as the downloaded app that was directly installed on the head unit. And Google Maps is the default navigation app on the S8, but you can download another one like Waze and make that the default. Audio playback can also be done inside the Bluetooth source, which also allows hands-free calling. Or use a USB thumb drive to play back several types of audio and video files, as well as JPEG images, all of which you can also save to the internal hard drive of the head unit. One of the S8 Ultra's most interesting features is its touchless gesture control, which I think is just so cool. Once programmed and set up, the head unit can recognize 9 different hand gestures, and you can assign commands to these gestures. If you look closely, the bottom of the display has a small motion sensor. This will send out IR signals and read your hand movements. To begin this setup, go into the source selection and choose gesture. From here, set your command presets. Hand gestures work best from 5 to 15 centimeters away from the sensor. This is a fun feature and allows you to set presets for dozens of commands like skip songs, adjust volume, turn the display off, dim the display, open Bluetooth or another source, whatever you want, with just movements of your hand. I found it a pretty cool feature. Adjusting volume with the circular finger movements was pretty fun. Would I ever use this feature? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. You can also adjust the volume by sliding 3 fingers along the screen together. The volume will also compensate for road noise and go up and down depending how fast you're driving. Or use the actual physical command buttons for volume as well as home, seek, and mute. Like all Android head units, the S8 Ultra lets you customize your head unit how you want. Drag and drop sources and apps around however you want. Plus add widgets like a Google search bar. The S8 has a bunch of great built-in wallpapers to choose from, or you can upload your own with a USB thumb drive or download them onto the hard drive from the internet. You can also customize the startup logo to whatever you're driving around. Adjust the key color illumination. Set custom commands for steering wheel controls. And you can even create a passcode and lock the screen. The S8 allows you to screen mirror your iPhone or Android device easily to the head unit with just a USB cable. Simply connect to the bottom USB port and open the Easy Connection app. It'll tell you to download the Easy Connection app from the Google Play and App Store. Once installed, you'll be screen mirrored to the head unit. Copyrighted video content will not work, so no YouTube, Netflix, HBO Max, etc. For audio performance, the ATOTO has a built-in DSP and Toshiba preamplifier that supports 2 ohm, 4 ohm, and 8 ohm speakers. The built-in digital signal processor allows you to set precise equalization, signal delay, bass boost, and bass filter. Connect to the backup camera and front camera inputs with HD cameras to get the best view possible during parking. The S8 Ultra also has some great vehicle diagnostic apps pre-installed and ready for connection. These include Torque, engine management diagnostic and tools with the OBD dongle, and TPMS, which is ready to be used with optional sensors for individual tire pressure and temperature per wheel information. Alright, let's test this head unit out for ourselves and see what this ATOTO can do. The first test we ran was 2 channels driven at 4 ohms, 14.4 volts, 1 kHz EQ flat. Our audio precision will generate our signal and measure distortion. At max volume, our HP8903B audio analyzer picked up 20.88 watts RMS, 1.14% distortion, and 9.05 volts of output. We can swap from left to right channels. We got 15 watts on the AMM1, 9.07 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.77 amps of current. Down to 40 Hz. At max volume, our HP picked up 20.25 watts RMS, 1.06% distortion, and 8.92 volts of output. Channel swap. We got 17 watts on the AMM1, 8.94 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.87 amps of current. Next, we tested the RCA preamp outputs. At 1 kHz max volume, we got 2.03 volts of output, with 1% distortion. At 40 Hz max volume, we got 2.03 volts of output, with 1.01% distortion. Our final tests were on frequency response. We used our audio precision to round up each frequency. First, we tested frequency response in the amplifier. Then we tested frequency response in the RCAs. Let us know in the comments if you would take a flyer on the ATOTO S8 Ultra Plus. Use the link in the bio below to purchase today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button, join the conversation below, and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.